Hello there, and welcome to today's webinar with the title In Pursuit of the Right Marketing Automation System. My name is Jacob Löwenbrand, and I'm the CEO of Brightvision, and I also have my colleague with me here today.
Hello, my name is Frederick. I'm working as a digital strategist at Brightvision.
And as a short introduction to Brightvision, I can just say in a few seconds that we're a marketing agency specialized in business-to-business marketing programs, especially for IT and tech. And we're doing both inbound as well as outbound marketing. I've been working with marketing automation as a space for 5, 6, 7 years now. And Fredrik and I are working with those kind of clients on a weekly basis in terms of setting up marketing automation programs, etc. And we're trying to share a few of our experiences in this area for you today. So let's dive right in.
So looking at the drivers and trends of marketing automation and why we are talking about this subject today, if you zoom out, it is an area driven by the digitalizations and the opportunities given by having these really powerful systems. So what they make us able to do is to do a more personalized marketing. You can do a more automated marketing with less resources and better results. And you can also be more timely, close to being personalized. You can make sure that your message is going out at the right time and using the right triggers. You can also look at, for example, the B2C business and industries, and look at, for example, where you buy your groceries. They know very well what type of purchases you do and what brands you are buying. And with that, you're getting the right type of messages in your email or in the other channels where they are communicating. So B2C are using marketing automation very successfully, and the B2B business are really getting into this race as we speak also. So let's dive in a bit deeper on what marketing automation is.
Yeah, just a short definition if you're new to the concept. Marketing automation is a software category within marketing technology, and it's a software that's especially designed to automate marketing and sales engagement. Instead of having standalone systems for different kind of marketing tasks that you want to do, this program integrates those into one single environment, which makes it more easy to automate, to analyze, and to effectively make it more efficient to work with marketing programs and campaigns. So you can close more business, basically, in order since you're generating more leads, hopefully. Typical things and features that's included in marketing automation platforms are landing page builders and call to action builders, which is usually the foundation of inbound marketing, that you want to publish a content offer on a landing page with a form that you need to fill out in order to download a webinar or an ebook or something similar. So you can continue then and nurture that lead with an email workflow, which you also can automate within a marketing automation system. And for example, set up triggered email workflows that might be optimized and triggered with different activities that the lead do. And you typically also have a quite powerful analytics tool within the marketing automation, so you can see how the footprint of the prospects develop through the life of the lead. So a few reasons to use a marketing automation system is to save time. Manually work is replaced with automation. You can leverage your CRM. It's easy to integrate marketing automation with your CRM tools. So you can have all the salespersons have all the insights of their prospects and customers' behaviors, how they integrate with your marketing communication. You can also learn from their behaviors what kind of prospect you should prioritize. I will show you an example of that later on. You can definitely also be more relevant in your communication, since it's giving you the tools to personalize how you communicate with emails or personalized landing pages or small niche campaigns, a vertical campaign, a buyer persona based campaign, and so on. And those things will all try to increase and improve the number of leads. And if it's done right, that's what's going to happen. If we look at the marketing technology landscape, there's a company in Boston called Chief Martech. It's a small company, basically one guy, and he's expert on following and registering all kind of technology companies working in the sales and marketing space, offering solutions to improve or effectivize or create new processes that will create better sales and marketing processes. When he started doing this research, he had a map of 150 companies in 2012, and it's been doubling every year since then, until last year, basically, when it slowed down a bit. But we've seen an explosive growth of software companies and tech providers offering different kind of solutions, categories, and things in order to offer better and smarter solutions for sales and marketing departments. So this has been a really interesting journey. And one category within this space is the marketing automation category. And this is a marketing matrix overview from a company called G2, who is analyzing software companies within different segments, and they are following the marketing automation space quite closely, and have the top 50 providers here of marketing automation systems, which they have ranked on one level on client satisfaction and the other one on market presence and market share impact. So the leading providers are in the upper right corner, as you probably know, with most quadrants. And then we see HubSpot at the far top, which is an established marketing automation provider, which we love to work with. But we also have a cluster of up-and-coming companies. The thing is that over the last 10, 12 years, we have had a bunch of market leaders that are quite well established today. We have HubSpot, we have Marketo, we have Pardot, we have Acton, and so on. Eloqua, you have Eloqua from Oracle here, for example, and so on. But they are quite established, quite costly, very good, have a lot of features and functionalities, and a very large installed client base. But the last 3 to 4 years, we've seen a lot of upcomers and challengers coming to the market, challenging those on either niche functionality or just being more cost efficient. And one of these solutions that's going after the marketing automation space is this one. It's SharpSpring, which is a low-cost solution that is really easy to get started with, that imitates the functionality of HubSpot, basically, but doing it to a much lower cost and a much lower startup investment. So that's what we're going to get back to pretty soon. So when choosing a system, Fredrik, what should you think about?
Yeah, so we have some questions that from our experience can be good to ask yourself before investing in the marketing automation system. So for example, how many users are going to use the system, and what kind of technical level do those users have? So basically, if there are a few power users, you have a wider spectrum of systems to choose from, and probably should Okay, sorry, we're back with the audio. So if you have technical users, that's in general quite good when working with marketing automation systems. But we do have a lot of marketing automation systems also for organizations with a lot of users, but maybe aren't that technical, or is a mix of different users. But they differ a lot in that sense. So how does your needs look like in a couple of years, and what type of vision do you want to fulfill with this marketing automation system? So basically, marketing automation is giving you really powerful tools. So making sure that this investment is giving you the tool for the marketing that you want to do in 3 to 5 years is also very important, and you should really look into that before making the purchase. Also, the database of contacts. Are you having a huge database? Maybe you have 50,000 contacts plus. That is a price driver in some systems, and if you have fewer contacts, maybe that's also affecting what system that you should use. Of course, the budget. This is maybe the biggest difference between these systems. So there are actually very competent and functional systems you can use that doesn't cost that much. Maybe a monthly license of a couple of $100, and the really big systems, and also a lot of the systems are quite costly. So looking at a yearly spend of 10 to 50,000 euros is quite common, and also levels above that. So the budget is pretty different between these systems. So looking at the map of the different types of systems or different needs that you have, we have tried to organize them in 3 spots here. So if you're an enterprise, you have a lot of systems that you need to integrate, and you have a complex need. The market leaders today are Eloqua and Marketo, and maybe you could put in Pardo and some other systems there also. They're quite costly, but they can do anything that you need. HubSpot is the market leader, and in part because it's very end user friendly. If you have a mixed marketing team or a lot of people that are going to work in the system, HubSpot is a really great tool. They have a price tier that spans from not that expensive up to quite expensive. But then again, if you have a not that complex of a need, if you want to get started, or if you have, we would suggest this maybe if you have technical users. The example there of SharpSpring is really a good alternative. I think to describe it best is that if you have the need for a lot of functionality, or maybe you are a partner-driven organization with a lot of partners, this is a system that can get you up to speed with all the functionality for a fraction of the cost. So it is a very interesting alternative to the more established systems. And also going on that road with a small need, there's a lot of old email marketing systems and so on. The difference there is that they have a low price point, but also you are quite limited in functionality. Looking at systems like maybe Active Directory or maybe Mailchimp and so on. I don't know if we would consider those really marketing automation systems. Yeah, I think that's kind of the big picture. So let's dive in a bit more on our example there with SharpSpring.
Yeah, let's have a closer look on SharpSpring. SharpSpring is one of those challengers that's offering a full marketing automation tool suite, similar to the one HubSpot is offering. It's not as user-friendly as HubSpot, but have a lot of good functionality and stability in it. So it's a very good program to start with, especially for companies like who want to start small and maybe grow with their system instead of making a big investment upfront. SharpSpring has also really good professional support. That's really good. And one of their key differentiators, they have a monthly cost, a month over month, instead of a yearly investment, which most other marketing automation vendors use. That's why we're using a lot, SharpSpring a lot for partner marketing activities at Brightvision, for example. Partner marketing activities is, for example, resellers to ISVs that want to do a 3 to 6 month long campaign. And if we want to do that on a marketing automation system and have a fully inbound marketing campaign set up, it's tough to do that on, for example, HubSpot, in order to pay all the yearly costs involved with the full year setup. But with SharpSpring, we can provide the platform we need without paying more than the actual month the campaign is live. And this is what it can look like when we produce a campaign in SharpSpring. This is a standard landing page for a Swedish campaign we did, it's a great landing page tool that you can set up your templates, so you can design them in different ways and have your call to actions there, so you can integrate them into automated workflow. And this is the email workflow that was followed up on the landing page. When somebody entered their name there and downloaded the ebook or the content offer, after their first day, they got the first email here that was programmed in an email workflow. After 4 days more, an email with a case presented was sent out, and after another 4 days, an email with an invitation to an upcoming webinar on the same topic was sent. And that's the whole idea with inbound marketing, that we try to drive the leads down the buyer's journey with more content, and hopefully relevant content in a timely manner, and hopefully get them interested to invest more exploring this content. And one functionality that we really love in SharpSpring is life of the lead, because it's one of the best solutions in the marketing automation space that showcase how the lead interacts with different data points and different content and so on. So for example, here we have a contact in our database where we can see at the bottom there the timeline, and if you hover over the activities, you can see at which date and what time the lead did interact with our marketing, either an email or when they visited our web page, if they seen our movies on our web or our channels, and so on. So we can see all the activities and get a good overview of the footprint of this lead, how it's integrated. And if you combine that with another really great functionality in SharpSpring, which is the lead scoring module, where you can, since we know that all the interactions this lead is having, if we tie a lead score to all these kind of interactions, we will have a great tool in order to prioritize which leads that needs to be followed up on and which leads we can just continue to nurture with email automation. And in SharpSpring, it's really easy to set up this lead scoring module. The first rules you define when defining lead scoring is this a great fit? And that's depending on, do we know enough about the lead, or do we still need to ask for more info in terms of what company it is? Do we have the phone number, the title, and so on? So we know that it's the right person we're going after. And the other one is, of course, the engagement rules. How many points should we give, for example, for a form that is completed or for a visit to a certain web page? So you can set up points for different web pages. If they go to the career page, maybe that should be a negative point. And if they go to the pricing page of the solution or or contact us, that should maybe have a higher point than if they just read about us or about the product in general. So good companies are that are doing this in a smart way and leverage their inside sales and sales resources are quite elaborate in setting those points, and that is something we help a lot of companies with doing. And that leads us to the nice thing that if you do this right, lead scoring can really help your sales team to prioritize which contacts should they go after. Who should I call this morning? Well, if you have a notification in your inbox when you arrive at the office that says this lead has over the last few days assembled a lead score that makes them quite hot, we should definitely prioritize them. And this is where inside sales and sales development as processes integrates into marketing and marketing automation and aligns them into driving leads that turns into sales. And that's something we really like with those kind of tools.
Yeah, so marketing automation systems do help you automate, but it's not magic. So starting out with marketing automation, you still need to be aware that you need to invest in training. You need to fill that engine with relevant content. And as we mentioned on the last slide, to be really successful in also increasing your revenue and closing new deals, you do need to get sales on board. And the way that many of these systems are heading, the CRM part is getting more important and getting more focused because that's how you integrate those processes. Another key takeaway is to look at the data. The power that the marketing automation systems gives you in form of insights and intel is that's really powerful, and using that in the right way, making sure that you are getting notified if a landing page is not performing, and closing down those ads that doesn't generate any leads or maybe doesn't generate final sales. That gets really easy when you have a marketing automation system, as long as you have power users and that you work with it. A/B testing, also a way to make sure that you are getting the conversion rates that you need. We had an example with a client earlier today where we had a landing page performing with only 13% conversion rates from incoming traffic from paid ads. By optimizing that landing page, we went from 13% to 50% conversion rate, of course saving us a ton of money for the ad spend and also generating a lot more leads for us. And that is, as we said, very easy with marketing automation system, and the reason why you want to build your processes around this system with all that information and all that power, instead of working on information islands and Excel and the way that all of us have been working earlier. So to sum this up, Jacob, this is...
Yeah. In conclusion here, we would like to just summarize and say that marketing technology is growing really fast. It's opening up a lot of opportunities for B2B companies in order to make their sales and marketing processes more efficient, more streamlined, and so on. And it's important as a company today to make some time to investigate this and see what are the different alternatives. Should we as a company invest in some of these? You can't run on all these kind of things at the same time, but maybe you should start the journey somewhere in order to get your marketing and sales process to become digitized and automated to a certain degree. If you haven't started this journey yet and want to start with a grow as we go strategy, SharpSpring is a really great option. And we, as an agency, are platinum partner with SharpSpring. which you might have understood, but also certified in HubSpot and working in a bunch of other systems as well. So we would love to interact with you if you have questions or want to have a demo or so on with SharpSpring. And this brings us to the next slide, where we just say that we have a good team of experts that can help you with all these kind of questions, as well as implementing a marketing automation system, as setting up the system, developing all the templates and designs that you need, but also educating you or your team so you can become super users yourself, and also, of course, help you to fill that engine with great content creation, as well as optimization and analysis of conversions. So if this is something you would like to discuss or have a demo or want to talk more about, please contact us. I'd be happy to facilitate a workshop or a demo. And also, as the last thing I would like to mention here is that we have a ebook that we really can recommend as well. So if you're interested in improving your sales and marketing process and you're a B2B company, especially if you're a tech-oriented or IT-oriented B2B company, this ebook is for you. It's a 78-page, quite thick and meaty ebook that brings up a lot of our best practices that we have discovered and fine-tuned over the years here at Brightvision, and also bring up some trends that we see that might be interesting for you to see how that interacts with your plans and strategies. And with that said, you find this on our webpage, brightvision.com. And with that said, we want to thank you so much for attending today. Please don't hesitate to contact us if you have further questions. Otherwise, have a great day and talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye. Thank you very much.